The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Denver Nuggets as they go up against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, they continue to pile up the wins, only one loss in weeks. They expect to win every time they take the court. And a chance in this one to get a look at the NBA's leading scorer. Freak has just been incredible so far this season. Just defies description. Do you see him holding onto the scoring title this year, Kenny?
Well, a big thing for Freak is trying to avoid the stat-chasing things that a lot of former players tried to do. Just getting his points. Now, if he just comes in and plays the way he's been playing, then he will be.
Dusk settling over Houston, Texas. Boy, what a great shot of the city right there. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. The Houston Rockets come into this one following a loss to the New Orleans Pelicans. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Boy, that's got to wear on you.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Mudiay with the basket. Douglas with it. He kicks to Jordan. Ariza outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Ariza's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against New Orleans. Now, here's Mudiay, defended by Douglas. Barton kicks to Mudiay. That's good. Mudiay's got 5 points so far.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Here's Douglas. 26 points for him last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And was a force on the defensive side as well. 4 steals over the course of that game.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Booker. Offline with his 3. And here's Denver. Pass to Mudiay. They set the pick to the left side wing. Here's Costa. And Jordan sends it back. Now Douglas. You see those numbers, you can't help but do a double take. Are you serious? I mean, he's averaging 35 points a game. It's stolen. And here's the fast break. Here's Mudiay. Oh, and he can't cap off the break. Harden against Gallinari. Douglas for 3. Goes back up. The shot by Jordan, no good.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Pass to Gallinari. With some arc, he takes it up and lays it in. Gallinari's got his first 2 points.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. And that one's good.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Here's Barton. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. The pass to Gallinari. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And he's got his first free throw of the game. No good on that one. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
And here's Douglas. He's got 5 to the wing on the left. Over to the left wing. A nice shot by Booker. So it's Denver now. They trail by 3. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Jokic passes to Gallinari. Takes the 3, but they recover it. Here's Costa, and the layup's good off the glass.
And that putback about as easy a bucket. As you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Well, with this break in the action, let's see which players have had the hot hand lately. Here are the top scorers in the past month. Freak, number 1.
Well, I'm sure the coach is pleased with his performance here recently. He's been
Wilson Chandler's checked in for the Nuggets. The Rockets have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Now here's Douglas, guarded closely.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Moutier, no good. Rockets leading by 3, and now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey guys, a bit ago, Mike Malone and I were able to chat. When we talked about what they'll try to do on defense, he told me they're going to have to do everything they can to neutralize their opponent's high flyers, saying, quote, "We can't play above the rim like these guys, so we'll have to do our best to keep them away from the hoop." Gentlemen, easier said than done.
Thanks again, Doris. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Now here's Douglas. 7 points in the game. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Douglas has got 9.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Moutier dishes to Chandler. Count that one.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Now here's Douglas. 9 points in the game so far. Ariza kicks to Douglas. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has to find a teammate for an easy basket.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Larry Drew's huddle. He told Jay that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach wants him to go from one of the key guys to the key guy. And from the way he responded in the huddle, I think he's up to the challenge. Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
Thank you, Doris. Now here's Chandler, coming off a stellar performance against New Orleans. From the wing. Misses off the left iron. Rockets leading by 3. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Douglas kicks to Brewer. Houston moving the ball around. Houston needs to get a shot off. The shot by Harden, wide open. That's in, coming off a nice assist from Douglas.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
The Nuggets trail by 6. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Jumps up, throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
For the 3, Chandler. The Rockets pull it in.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Now here's Douglas. 13 points in the game. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. He gets it up. What a play! He simply drains it in at the buzzer.
What a 3 at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give them a nice little lift, I think, going into the next quarter.
Well, not exactly a close game so far. Houston making some changes. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Brewer. Adams comes in for E'Twaun Moore. And Jay's subbed in for Mario Chalmers. Denver also making some changes. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Gallinari comes in for Wilson Chandler. And Barton subbed in for Andrew Godlock. Douglas in at point guard. Jordan is out there with Adams. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Capella in at the 4. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Now here's Douglas. D right on him. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense, I mean, it's all been terrific.
Booker, he's checked in for Houston. Harden comes in for Adams. Passes it to Graves. There's the pick. And there's the feed to Barton. Right wing. Here's Moutier. Sweet little floater. Moutier's got 9.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Here's Douglas. The shot misses. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit, and that game will be game 2 of 5 out on the road. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Gallinari laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gallinari's got 4 this quarter.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Douglas can't hit.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Barton kicks to Gallinari. From the left block, they get it back. Houston leading by 19. Harden the pass to Douglas. all alone. And it's Houston with another.
Yeah, what a play right there. Got his man tumbling to the floor, and then the balance to knock it down.
Unbelievable move. Rush hour handles supreme right there.
The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
That's good. Douglas has got 28 points for the game.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Barton dishes to Moutier. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year, but just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Ariza has the open look. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 12 points for Ariza.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
Out left to the wing. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Douglas. Here we go, 1-on-1. Tries to keep it alive. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. And so a pretty lopsided.
Hey guys, great execution in the first half, but we still have a few things to talk about before we go back out there.
If there's something I'd like to see us do as well in the second half as we did in the first, it's get the ball into the low post. They've had no answer when we've gotten it into the paint. On the fast break is where we showed the most signs of life.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and he's the ringleader of their offense. And what we saw in that first half with his ability to keep everybody involved is the reason why they're playing well.
And that's just the thing. I mean, he knows how to share the sugar. He makes sure everybody gets a touch, and that keeps the offense balanced and productive.
So on the floor for Denver, good on the shot.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans really lit it up. He ended with 26 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. He had a great game in all facets, and his coach called it a complete game of basketball. High praise to be sure, guys.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Well, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Here's Gallinari, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
Rockets leading by 19 points. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Now here's Douglas. He's tightly guarded. Shot clock at 5. Feeds to Booker. The tray. That's good with a Douglas assist. Douglas has got 4 assists now tonight.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that 3, or you'll give up points in a hurry.
Barton kicks to Moutier. Jokic passes to Gallinari. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. They set the screen. Shot off the pick. And again, it's Denver.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Kicks it out to Harden. He dishes it to Douglas. To the wing right side. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Complete domination. What a game for Douglas. 28 points and some big-time defense with the 3 steals, too.
Offensively, defensively, man, he has done it all.
All hustle, nonstop effort. He just doesn't quit. Great resilience and relentlessness in his play.
Brewer is checked in for Trevor Ariza. For Denver, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall, 80% since the break. Moutier passes to Jokic. Comes up empty down low.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Barton dishes to Moutier. Barton in the corner, uncovered. Rebounded by Douglas. Douglas has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Down low. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And while we have a chance, here are the teams that have swatted away the most shots this season. The Nuggets in second.
You know, sometimes a team, Kevin, will have one guy who does a nice job blocking shots. Other times a guy finds ways to get other players involved in shot blocking. Well, this team does it as a group. That's why they're the league's best in block shots.
Douglas with the steal. Oh, and here's Douglas all alone. The coast-to-coast dunk.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
The Nuggets shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. It's tipped and stolen by Booker. Douglas, the open look. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Douglas has got 36.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Barton kicks to Moutier. Can they get it? It's rebounded by Houston. Douglas has got his 4th rebound in this one. Launches it. Rebound by the Nuggets.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Moutier passes to Gallinari. Doubled by Douglas. Right wing. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
So for the Rockets, Capella's checked in, and it's Chalmers in for James Harden. Here's Houston now. They're on an 11-3 run. Out left to the wing. Now here's Douglas. Defense right on him. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you've talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA, Greg. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
You know, I look at it this way, guys. It seems to me there are more high flyers at guard than anywhere else in the league these days. A chance here, Kevin, to see where the Nuggets sit statistically in the NBA right now. First in blocks, second in second chance points. And they also show up as a top 5 rebounding team.
And going back to that top ranking in terms of block shots, for me, it's been pure dominance. Defensively, they have such great presence around the rim, and at times that gets in your head.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Pekovic is checked in. Here's Godalak. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. There's the dish to Pekovic. Chandler goes in. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Here's Douglas, and here's Houston. They're on a 13-5 run here. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Pekovic with a screen. Pass to Graves. There's the 3. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. 4 on the clock. Chandler inside the line, rebounded by Capella. On offense, here are the Rockets. They're on a 19-5 run. Douglas against Chandler. Chandler with the block. They get a hand on it. 1:10 left to play in the third. Here's Godalock, defended by Douglas. Here's Pekovic. And again, Denver, no good.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
Now here's Douglas. He's guarded closely. Here's Capella. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Jordan. And Moore subbed in for Corey Brewer.
And how about that one-man fast? Fast break.
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
Dishes it to Nurkic. The jump hook. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
And Moore kicks to Douglas. It's Ariza on the wing. Now here's Douglas. The open shot by Ariza. That's good with a Douglas assist. Douglas has got 6 assists here tonight.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Houston making some changes. Brewer is checked in for Moore, and Jay's subbed in for Mario Chalmers. Denver making a switch here. Brewer and Smith, the two rangy forwards. Jay out there with Adams, and it's Harrell in at the center. That's the 5 for Houston right now. The Nuggets with another miss.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
He feeds it to Smith. Takes it from 10. Can't get it to go.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Kicks to Chandler. Douglas with the steal. Oh, and here's Douglas all alone.
Oh! Woo! And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Chandler goes in, makes it off the glass.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy.
Houston making a switch here. Booker's checked in. Moutier dishes to Goodwin. Now here's Moutier, defended by Douglas. That's good from Moutier on the assist by Goodwin.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Douglas with it. Moutier with the rebound.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them. Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
On the wing, Brewer wants to get it to Booker and does. Here's Douglas. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Rockets?
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've gotten.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
And the Rockets making a change here. Moore's checked in. Here's Gaudelak, defended by Douglas. Gaudelak passes to Graves. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Now Douglas. On the wing, Brewer. And here's Douglas. Tipped away. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again. That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Pass to Chandler. It's rebounded by Houston. Booker's got 4 rebounds now tonight. In the corner, it's Brewer. He kicks to Douglas for the 3, but they'll get another chance. The pass to Brewer, and some nice passing there by Houston. The second chance effort, rebounded by Pekovic.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Rockets.
Clark, looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Jay. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Here's Goodwin. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Goodwin. Douglas for 3. That is good.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of surge.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Congratulations on the win and leading the way in terms of the points production. How were you able to create shots for yourself?
Yeah, that's my number one skill.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
He was up to every single.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.